so basically I'm going to share with you today about 15 ideas you can do today to double your hotel bookings. And so if you don't believe me, I'm sharing a few case studies. Here's an example of Tongariro Crossing Lodge. They doubled their bookings from the occupancy rate from 35% to 75%. And then here's another example from Owl's Nest, who increased their bookings by more than 15% after doing many of these tactics that we're talking through just now. But I'm going to break this up into sort of 4 sections. The first is around conversion rate. And so this is super important because if you are getting people to your website, you want them to book with you. And so if you can move that from getting sort of 1 in 100 to 2 in 100 or 3 in 100 visitors to your website, that's a huge difference to your bottom line. The second part is order bumps and upsells. So this is basically how you can turn, what is maybe a $500 deal or $200 deal into a $600 or $700 or $800 deal, just by adding subtle bumps at the checkout moment. And finally, email marketing. So what are the sort of top 5 emails that you should be sending to every single one of your guests as soon as they make a booking with you along their journey? And what are some of the rules you should set up so that if a guest comes in through this particular channel, what should you send them, etc. And then the final one is just inventory management. So how do you manage and optimize your inventory so that you can constantly be selling the most amount of rooms and making the most amount of money? So without further ado, let's jump over into our booking engine. So starting with the booking engine, what you'll notice here is that it's completely clean look. And so you can see, basically, to be honest, the main number one thing that you want people to do is select dates. You just want them to select dates, exactly when they're going to stay, how many adults they are. But basically, you don't want any other distractions on this page. And this is exactly what our booking engine does. Obviously, if they want to change the currency, the language, or check out a map, they can. But for the most part, you just want this page to be as clean as possible. I will note here that we've made promo codes nice and prominent so that if any of your guests are or do have a promo code, they can put that in there. So now I'm just going to click search and we'll show some things on the next page, which again is about improving that conversion rate. So again, you'll notice everything on this page is absolutely clean. The other thing you'll notice is that there's a few subtle clues we've implemented to try and improve the conversion rate. So first of all, highlighting this a multi-night deal. So bang, this little badge there saying, boom, you're going to get a deal. And they can see exactly what their deal is there, 33%. So you see there's $600 crossed out, 402. So this is a great example of showing that actually they're getting a pretty good deal there. The other piece that we've got on this page is the last 4 rooms left. So this is super important because it creates a sense of scarcity. So you could see, imagine, hey, look, someone's booked putting in dates over the school holidays and there's only 1 room left. They better book right now, then and there. And the other thing you'll notice about this page, very clean. There's not a lot of other distractions. So there's a lot of evidence that shows the more distractions you put on the page, the more other options you give people, the less likely they are to convert. And so you'll see that there's no bookings, no rooms available for rooms that aren't free. There's no trying to fiddle around with getting the dates right anymore. You can see the dates are perfectly up there. But yeah, basically this is just a clean view. Now we're going to click to the final screen and you'll notice a massive change between this page and then the next page over after we've clicked the reserve. So the other thing you'll notice on this page, another tip on conversion, is the menu options are completely gone now. So if you've noticed either go to Amazon.com, lots of stuff, lots of options on the page. And as soon as you go to that checkout, boom, menu disappears, everything gets clean. The other thing you'll notice that we've taken away from this page is the coupon option. So there's a lot of evidence that shows that if someone gets to the checkout, they're putting in their card and they see, oh, there's a coupon box. What that does is it hurts conversion rates. So what people end up doing is not filling in your form, putting in their credit card. They'll jump over to Google and they'll search for a particular coupon. They'll be like, oh, I wonder if there's any coupons. If your hotel name is also the place name, you run the risk of them finding another hotel at a cheaper rate. Let's say, for example, there's another hotel that might be a lot more luxury than yours, and they find it, and then all of a sudden they see that there's a discount running. You were $400, they were $450, but they're saving $300 or something like that. They might end up taking that booking rather than your one. The other thing you won't notice on this page is there's no little widget popping up here, basically telling you, hey, on brand, or if you buy this directly with us, it's $400. If you buy it on Expedia, Agoda, etc., it's $500. And the reason for that is those widgets hurt conversion. I'm saying again, those widgets hurt conversion, and the reason for that is most people come from two places. One is returning guests who know about you, have stayed before with you, and they know that you're a good place, and they're happy to pay $100. What that widget does reminds them, actually, hey, look, there's other websites you can look on to compare prices. And so what they might do is they might fact check you or have a quick look or do a quick Google. And then as soon as they go off your page, the probability that they convert goes down. And hey, look, again, they might find another hotel that might be having a special on for those same dates. And so you might be charging $400. They're also charging $400, or they might be charging $350, and then it becomes a case of them going, oh, actually, yeah, I did have a good time staying with Brad's Motel, but I'm going to check out this other one. The other type of person going to the site page is a person who started their journey on Booking.com or Expedia or Agoda, and they're just fact checking. They're just having a look at your site to see if it is actually cheaper. And so if that widget is there, and if, for example, it has a particular price that it reckons Expedia is, chances are Expedia, so just so everyone knows, Expedia changes their pricing depending on what type of visitor you are. So for one person, it might display Brad's Hotel at 403, and for another person, it might be 410. They're constantly optimizing and changing price to try and improve the number of bookings they get. And so the problem with that widget there is if you're running marketing with Booking.com and that widget doesn't display the exact price that they actually showed or they actually saw when they were on Booking.com, all of a sudden, instantly you've lost all credibility, and then chances are they might look elsewhere again. So those are just kind of subtle things and a number of things that help basically improve your conversion rate. And so the other thing you'll notice with this page, the final thing on conversion, is extremely clean. So basically, you know exactly what you want them to do, which is basically input the guest details. We've got 2 add-ons, but there's no other fields of like, can you add all the 7 guests or something like that? Because they might not have that information. And so that's the kind of information you collect later. This page is all about getting people to put their credit card in and book their stay with you. And so I'm going to jump on to order bumps now. So on this page here, we have got 3 examples of order bumps. Breakfast, airport transfer, and massage. But have a think about your business yourself, and have a think about what order bumps or upsells might be relevant to you. I always tend to get the airport transfer. It's especially if I'm in a different country, it just kind of is a no-brainer. Hey, look, you'll pick me up, drop me off. Chances are it'll be about the same as getting an Uber. And a lot of airports these days are actually stopping, or Uber is becoming a lot more complicated to take their booking. So basically, having order bumps where people basically with one click can increase the price that they're paying is a good way. You might get, not everyone, but you might get 1 in 10. And 1 in 10 people paying an extra $200-300 really does add up to your bottom line. And so you can see here, I took that booking, adding basically within 2 clicks, I added an extra $225 to the order, increasing it from $402 to $627. So pretty big difference. But have a think about, your hotel. We've got a blog on our website with a whole bunch of different examples of different order bumps that you could possibly do. But if you're not using this feature, if you're not upselling, even if you're getting, let's say you get 100 people booking directly with you a month. If you're getting 10 or 20 or 5 of them adding an extra item to their cart, it's money you would have otherwise never had. And again, that's basically these little optimizations that you can do to improve your profitability, improve your REVPAR, improve the number of bookings you're getting. I'm going to quickly finish this booking here. And then when we go into Preno, I'm going to quickly show you the final pieces of the puzzle around how do you improve the amount of money you're getting from every single guest that comes to stay with you. So now if we jump over into Preno, you'll say here, hey, look, someone just booked a particular stay with you. And so now I'm going to jump into this one here. I'm going to view the booking, and I'm going to show you the emails that are set up. So you can see here, these are basically 5 emails that you probably should be sending out today. You probably should be emailing out to all of your guests. So the first one here is, hey, look, it's about a month before they stay. And we're sending out a little message, hey, in this case, hey, look, you picked the massage. Do you also want to take up the spa package as well while you stay? Or, hey, look, basically, it's another order bump or another upsell. So you're basically saying, hey, look, we're really looking forward to you in a few weeks. Here's a special offer. Then the next thing that we're sending out to people is just basically, we're sending out the receipt, and then with that receipt, we're also sending out a coupon. Hey, look, because a lot of people, they'll be booking, a lot of people, especially people who book their travel early, might have friends coming down as well. And so with the receipt, say, hey, look, here's a 10% voucher for anyone else who would like to stay as well. And again, what you're doing is basically, I mean, to be honest, if someone's booking through booking.com, chances are they're probably you're going to pay 15-20% commission already. So by giving someone a 10% discount, boom, you're getting an extra guest that might not have otherwise stayed with you, might have stayed at one of the motels down the road or the hotels down the road. The other couple of emails that we suggest is straight after they stay, sending them an email, hey, thanks for the great experience. Do you mind sharing your experience? And this is where you set up some rules where, hey, where you set up some rules around if they're coming from booking.com, sending them to give you reviews on booking.com. If they're coming direct, ask them to give you a review on TripAdvisor. And so the important piece here is that you get a review from every guest. And why is that important? Well, because people use guests to people use reviews to dictate which hotel they're going to stay at. If you've got one hotel with 50 reviews and it's 4.5 stars or reasonably, and then you've got one hotel with 2 reviews and they're all 5-star, chances are they're going to stay with the hotel that's got more consistent reviews and lots of them. The other thing that we also suggest you include in your sort of we look forward to your stay email to them is basically a $50 email, a $50 upgrade. So if someone's booked the bottom tier room and you know that the next tier is probably about $70 more expensive, offer it to them for $50. You might get a few people taking up that offer, and again, that's extra revenue that you might have not otherwise accounted for. Especially, and as I'll show you later with this inventory management, especially if your 1-bedroom room is your number 1 selling room and it always sells out. Because if you can just encourage a few of those people to upgrade, bang, you're getting a 2-for-1 special. One, the person who upgrades, you're getting them to pay a little bit of extra money. And 2, you're freeing up inventory again in your most popular room so you can sell it to someone else. And then again, a couple of emails after your stay. Hey, because a lot of people, they might stay, especially if you're in your holiday destination, they might stay with you. Then they'll go home, they'll tell all their friends about their trip. And if you say, hey, thanks for staying with us, how about you, here's a little coupon for a free upgrade to anyone else to you or anyone else who wants to stay with us again. And then the other one, which I think is a goldie, and not many people do, is because often people come and stay with you or go to an area every year. So they might be visiting their mother on their birthday every year in that particular city, or they might be, school holidays, or there might be some reason why they travel to that. And often it could be, often you can relate it to a calendar. And so what we encourage you to do is basically sending an email a couple, basically 11 months after they've stayed. Hey, look, basically saying, hey, look, we loved having you last year. Do you want to stay with us again? Here, you could do, in this case, free upgrade, or you can do 15% off your next visit. Whatever you want. Basically, what this is encouraging them to stay with you again and encouraging that repeat business. And so those are all the different emails that you should probably be setting up and sending right now. If you're not doing any of them, if you're only sending out the receipt or the thanks for something or we're looking forward to you, instantly go in there and add these other emails so that, hey, look, you might get, 1 or 2 or 3 extra people, taking up one of these offers each month. And again, there's extra revenue you never accounted for. So now let's quickly jump over into the whole inventory management thing. And so what I'm just going to jump over to Christmas Day. So Christmas Day is a great example of where inventory management becomes crucial, because Christmas Day, you are 100% going to sell it. You're 100% going to sell it on Christmas Day. And so it's about optimizing your revenue. It's about making sure that every single day is completely full. And so what you can see here in our 1-bedroom apartments here, we let this Jake person check in on Christmas Day, which again, you do not want someone to be checking in on Christmas Day because, first of all, you don't want to have some of your staff going in to change over beds. And secondly, just becomes a nightmare if they're late or they're running or something goes wrong. If you want to get out the office and then you have to rush into the hotel to let them in. So do not let people. So what I'm saying here is you should set up rules around particular days. So for example, the 24th, 25th, and 26th, set up rules so that people it's closed to arrival. So close to people arriving that day. It doesn't mean they can't stay during those days, but it just means they cannot book. If they start their holiday on the 25th or they start their booking on the 24th, your hotel on booking.com or whatever platform does not show up because you're going to sell out. See, if you look at this case, because Jake has booked in on the 25th, and then Tally has booked in on booked out to check out on the 22nd. You've got basically 4 days here that chances are you're not going to fill, or even worse, you might fill, but then that means Christmas Day, you're having to clean out the room and prep it for the next guest on a Christmas Day, which you probably do not want to be doing. And so again, with the close to arrival, you also want to set up rules around close to departure. So again, you don't want people leaving your hotel on the 24th, 25th, or 26th. And so setting up those rules, you can apply the same logic around school holidays. So a lot of hotels, for example, they know over these periods that they set minimum stay. So they're like, okay, I know Christmas period, we want people staying a minimum of 4 days, minimum of 5 days. And you can see here, this person, would have been captured by this minimum stay requirement, but the close to arrival, close to departure is another layer that you can add to it, which basically means that you're not going to end up with these couple of days in the middle where you're not running at 100% occupancy, and this is lost revenue because you're not going to fill this state here. So it's lost revenue. And so what I'm going to now just imagine this is not Christmas Day. Imagine this is not Christmas Day. Imagine this is just a standard day, and one of your most popular room is a 1-bedroom unit. And so another inventory management tool that you can use is basically saying, okay, cool, let me look at my guests and see who is a returning guest. Oh, look, in this case, everyone's a returning guest because they've all got stars next to them. But what you want to do here is you basically want to say, okay, I want to free up some inventory, because right now on Booking.com, Expedia, etc., my most reviewed room, the room that sells like hotcakes, the room that gets so many bookings and is constantly selling out, is completely sold out, which means I can't basically sell this inventory. And you can look here, my other rooms are not at all full. So what you want to do is you want to just pick someone at random and upgrade them for free. So bang, you just drag them over. Now all of a sudden on Booking.com, Expedia, etc., inventory is up on your most popular room. Then you might, hotels is a fixed cost model of business. So, hey, look, you would have So if you had sold this room, you might have got, $200, $300 more, but chances are you wouldn't have sold out. You've still got capacity there to get a few more bookings, but this in your rooms that sell like hotcakes, you want to make sure that they are they're available, because these have the best reviews. And these have the most people, most demand, most people wanted to stay with you. And so those are a couple of ideas around inventory management, just managing your inventory a bit better so that you can constantly stay at a higher occupancy rate. Hey, look, if another person came in and booked this room out again, I'd do the same thing. Oh, yes, let's go move Yvonne over as well. Let's upgrade her. So boom, simple things like that, but they make a huge difference to your bottom line. They make a huge difference to your bottom line. And it's tips like that that basically help you grow and grow faster.